Hello, everybody, and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for passing by. Thank you so much for subscribing. And thank you very much for watching my videos. You are greatly appreciated. So, by now, a lot of you may have seen that Shenseea has a collab with Mariah Carey and Kelahni. And we heard snippets of it, and it sounds really cute. It sounds really nice, very soft, very feminine. And I'm very much pleased. This is the atmosphere that I like for Shenseea. This is a content that I like. It suits her. It suits a woman. It suits female. It's bringing back female to be very tasty, very desirable, very attractive, very sultry, very soft, very feminine. I mean, there's nothing wrong if you want to tap into your masculine energy because we all channel both energy as human beings. However, it's not about tapping into masculine energy. It was the whole female degradation and celebrating the whole degeneracy of women in society. That was what was very irking for me. And many of her songs that are written by some really low life nasty men are the ones who put those type of lyrics in the music. And so it had a buzz, but it's not going very far. People stream it, yes, but at this end of the day, I think that you can get just as far doing tasty music because that was what put her on the map. It wasn't the controversial songs that she did or the degrading songs, the female degrading songs that she did. It was the really tasty, desirable type of music, soft and very, attractive, very appealing, very welcoming. And I like the song so much, and I haven't heard it. I haven't heard the entire thing. I think that, it's going to do very well. People love Kelahni. You understand? People like Kelahni because, her bisexuality and stuff like that. And you all know Mariah Carey, she has one of the world's biggest fan base right now. And so it's a mixture of beauty, of talent, and they look very, very appealing in the snippets that is being shown. And so this is what I really like about it. Now I look at the situation, right? There's always a situation that I'm looking into with Jada Kingdom. And I always say that Jada Kingdom is her biggest downfall. And you see, your attitude is one thing that can determine how far you will go in whatever it is that you are pursuing. Your attitude. When I look at Jada Kingdom and she came out, she was very welcoming. She was very soft. People like the reggae vibes that she came under, the tone that she came under. Then she go in sultry music, sexy music and stuff. And then it's all about promoting something else. And so it just maybe not resonating with a lot of persons out there. Yes, she was signed to a record label overseas and it didn't work out for her for whatever reason. And she's doing her thing. She went with the clash with Steph London that we thought would have put her to the next level then. If not, get her some more notoriety so she can get into the wider market and have even major collabs going on. But the thing that Miss Jada or Jada Kingdom keep missing is her attitude. The attitude is not necessarily welcoming. Her attitude is not necessarily positive. When you go on her life, there's nothing positive that you are hearing. It's always coming at women who have children or women who are pregnant. You're coming at women who are single mothers, and there are lots of single mothers who support you. So I'm not sure why is it that you're constantly taking jabs at women who are single mothers, and you're saying that you don't want any children because you don't want to be this. You guys are single mothers. You guys are broke. There are lots of married women or people from nuclear family or women in nuclear family, I should say, and they're married and they're also broke. They're going through financial struggles. So I'm not promoting anything. I am just saying that you have to be careful of what you put out there. You understand? And this will not resonate with your fan base because the persons who support you, a lot of them are single mother. Not only that, whenever it is that a female does a song and it comes up, it goes into a hit or whatever, it's creating a buzz, you turn on your live and then you start going in, throwing subs and saying that women are doing all sorts of nasty things out there. That's why they're getting hits. That's why you aren't reaching where you want to go because you didn't do what they are doing. Remember that there was a female who came out and said on Lava years ago and said that she had a big dildo and she was stuffing it in your butt and she was doing this and doing that, and she said that you pop Molly, you take hard drugs, and all of these type of things. And I think another woman who is a butch American, she's an American and she's also a butch. She came out and said it about you, a guy that you were dating or you were associated with, said it about you. You were hanging around Asian doll. Asian doll said the same thing about you. So the things that you are saying on your live about other female, though you didn't speak directly on who you're going after or who you're talking about, the same things were said about you, and these were people who actually knew you. So this is what I'm talking about. You have to make sure that when you're going on your live or return on your live, it's positive feedback, because the persons who come on your live, if it's negative, they just want to hear mix up, they just want to hear baga baga, and that's it. They're not going to buy your music, they're not going to support you how you want to. So it can take you to the next level. I had a vision and I saw Jada Kingdom. I saw her as a very big artist, especially when she had that bald head and she came out. The image that she was pushing, I said that would have worked for her. Then I saw her tap into wigs and I said, okay, she wanted to switch it up a little bit, but she went all out and just abandoned the image. And that's it. And that was the image that was very striking to a lot of people, especially the fact that she was a very young girl and stuff like that. It was striking. People like it. It was appealing to people. It was welcoming, something new, something refreshing. And then she was giving reggae music. Then she go into some love song, some relationship drama, and all of these type of things. People really love that about Jada Kingdom. People find you welcoming, people find you appealing, people find you sultry, feminine, and soft at the time. Now you have this rugged image like you are from the back alley somewhere and you're pushing degradation, and that's what you're promoting. And I'm not coming at Jada Kingdom only, because I spoke about Shenseea music so many times and I've spoken about the content. It is not welcoming to people because the market that you're trying to go into, they are not seeing you in that light. They are listening to her earlier music, and because they're listening to it and hearing what it's saying, now that she comes out and she wants this and that and all these type of degrading things, people just do not find it welcoming, and many find it rather offensive to women, and so they weren't necessarily supporting you. And so that probably was one of the reasons you did not break into the American market. But that's another story for another day, among other things. I'm speaking on Jada Kingdom right now. Your attitude needs a little bit of touching. And I know you guys can come up and say, go S your mother, leave Jada alone, this, dive upon your mother, this and that. I know the illiteracy that you people abhor, so I will not even acknowledge it. All I'm saying is that if you want to get to the next level, there are lots of things about it that you just need to make some adjustments to. When you turn on your live, make sure that it is something that is encouraging, uplifting, something that is positive, some message that you have sending, and you speak about your music. That's great that you speak about your music and stuff like that. But you cannot be up going on your live, and each time you're going on your live, it's a shade that you're throwing at somebody. It's another female artist. And these are women who are actually going somewhere. These are women who are getting collabs. These are women who are getting bookings and stuff like that. And you are going on it and you're throwing subs, you're on your live and you're throwing subliminal messages or subliminal shade at them. So you have to take note into your life and your music and where you want to go, because you can't say you didn't get there at one point because you were signed to a major label. So you were there at one point. Remember, it was one disrespectful comment that Shenseea made that led to persons being very unforgiving, especially in the Caribbean region, when she spoke on her live, saying that you people are effing stupid when they asked her if she had cleared the song that she basically plagiarized and took it and went and did a collab with Meg the Stallion. Persons asked her a simple question if she got the clearance, and she went on insulting. She was on a high. Shenseea, I wouldn't say lost her way, but she got on a high at one point, and she said something that was very insulting, and that's the reason Jamaican persons and people in the Caribbean also had abandoned her. They just weren't interested in hearing what she has to say and seeing her at the time. And that little break was what helped to give you, Jada Kingdom, a balance at the time, because persons started rejecting Shenseea and hating on her based on her comment that she had made. And there are many persons out there who couldn't wait because they see her as a threat. She's very beautiful. She's also talented. So, and she's very sexy. So many persons saw her as a threat. Many women were intimidated by her beauty and stuff like that. So they couldn't wait for a teardown moment. And so that was a little gap that got you in and kept you in a buzz. You understand? So you are basically doing the same thing. You're on a path and you have to change that path. You have to change that route. You have to come off the road that you're on with that attitude. But it sounds very well. It sounds welcoming. And like I said, people love Kelani. People love Mariah Carey. She has a large fan base and stuff. And so we'll see. I just think that if Jada Kingdom tap more into positivity rather than negativity and mix up and doing things, and a person will ask you a simple question also on your live, and you're very disrespectful. You have a nasty attitude that you are pushing and you think it is cool and cute, it is actually not, because you're turning off people. So, what is it that you want? Do you want a fan base? Do you want people to like you or like your music, support your music? What is it? Or you want people to dislike you? Because I see sometimes the slightest of things someone says to you or even ask you a question, you negatively interpret it, and then you are just very insulting and disrespectful. So you have to work on that. That needs some sort of adjustment. And like I said, the same thing that I said to another artist I was vlogging about, it's okay to get people to coach you. It's okay to get people to train you. It's okay. Beyonce has those people. It matters not how long she's been in music. She still has stage coaches. She still have persons, life coaches who she hang around. I think it was Leon Bailey situation I was speaking on. It's okay to have these type of persons. So when you go live, your setting is always controlled, and you know what you're going to say, you know what you're going to respond to, and all of that, instead of reacting or showing people that, yeah, I'm a bad bitch and I can be a nasty attitude and I can be sexy. I can, I can be sexy, I can look sexy, dress sexy, and have a nasty attitude, and everybody like me and all. No, the nasty black girl attitude is worn out. Looking sexy with a nasty attitude, it's all played out right now. You're gonna need decorum, you're gonna need respect, you're gonna need self-respect, and all these type of things in order to have a longevity in music, because people are going to find you difficult, and then they're going to end up being put into the avenue of the negative stereotype that black women encompass, that you're argumentative, you are negative, you are difficult to work with, you're disrespectful, you're rude. You don't want people to be saying that of you. You understand? So I think that if Jada Kingdom try again, she can launch and change up her lyrical content. Don't have to do trendy music or say what everybody else is saying. Sometimes being your own individual, like when you had that cute ballad, sometimes being your own individual is what gets you where you really want to go in life, rather than mellow, and they pick the best out of who mellows. You understand? But that's all I have to say. Thank you for your time. Enjoy your day. God bless you. Bye bye.